And on that note, thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Culture Club. Be sure to leave your comments below the video. Follow everyone on their social media. And again, I feel like this was a well-rounded conversation. Oh my God!
I am so proud.
I am on the panel with adults. It's amazing.
No, you were always there. You was always on the
not
panel.
Always. No.
Yes.
What's going on, world? Thank you guys for tuning in to aconnectiontv.com and A-Connection TV here on YouTube, the two places on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to another episode of Culture Club. Like we do on every episode, we are going to reintroduce ourselves from our right to our left. State your name and whether or not you feel like Lil Nas X is living in his truth.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Marto Star. You can follow me on all social media at Marto Star, MartelStar. I think Lil Nas X is living his best life, and it seems very authentic to me. He living his best life, whether it's true or not. He living good. Live on, young king.
All right.
Hi guys, I am Tevin Labreese. You can follow me on Instagram at TevClassic_. I definitely feel like Lil Nas is doing what he wants to do. Period. Truth or not, he's doing what he wants to do.
Hey, what's going on? I am Wesley, and I can agree with these guys. I want to say I hope he feels like I want to say I hope he's living his truth, but I feel like he is.
Hi, I'm Adrienne Cannon. Follow me on Instagram at ADRIEN_CANNON. Lil Nas X. I don't know much about him, but from what I was able to see on YouTube and things like that, it seems like he's living his best life. So do what you do.
I think we just did a video about white privilege. We talked about white privilege in the election or whatever the case may be. I think that can kind of tie into this because I feel like Lil Nas X had a disadvantage being black, entering the music lane, because when he entered the music lane, he was not this pronounced gay man. He was just a black man doing a country song, and everybody loved him, and everybody loved the song. Majority of people loved him and loved the song, and was just like, okay, rock on with your bad self. But I feel like if he was white, he could have been the Adam Lambert, or is it Adam Lambert? Mm-hmm. He could have been, Jesus, there's so many of them. It's like 4 or 5 more names, popular names of out gay guys that came out into the music, huh?
Clay Aiken.
She was talking about Clay Aiken, but I was like, ain't he out? I'm like, ain't he out?
But he wasn't
He's not
out.
as successful.
He wasn't out when he came out.
Chaba.
He wasn't though.
Yeah. No, he didn't say he was out.
Yeah, he didn't say
he was
gay
out
when he came out, but he was definitely gay.
He was seen. We recognized him.
But I feel bad. I feel bad for Lil Nas X, and the reason why I feel bad for Lil Nas X is because I know exactly what he's going through. Even though he's successful in public, and he's making this money, and it seems like he has amassed this nice wealth of riches or whatever. I know that he still has the struggle and still has to deal with the bullshit. And more so, he definitely has to deal with it from his own people. And that is one of the worst feelings in the world. Okay? To be a part of black community and then not receive natural love from your own people. It is horrific. And there's nothing nice about it. But you still have to be that person that's like pro-black and Black Lives Matter, but you can get punched and beat up for being gay. And it's just one of those things that's just really difficult for people like me that has to go through it or had to go through it. So Lil Nas X came out with this new song called Holiday.
Love it.
I don't know if you heard it or not. In the song,
He talking about being the top and the bottom.
yeah, okay,
I heard it.
okay.
That was the first. I was like, what? When I heard that,
that top shit.
Yeah.
No, it's the song's about.
I was like, no, he didn't.
I almost played it
But
last night.
I was so
oh my.
like happy for him in the sense of him being like so feeling like he's so free that he can just say whatever he wants. Because he says a lot in the song. He says a whole lot in the song.
He do.
You know, people call him a one-hit wonder, and he doesn't really care if he makes it music and makes it hot because he could do fashion because he's making money in fashion. He says a whole lot in the song.
He just did a feature on a YouTuber's channel too. That was the first male that he's had on his channel. That was a celebrity that he did. What's his name? James Charles.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't want to lie. I don't know.
He did his makeup?
Yeah,
But he did his makeup.
James Charles
He let Lil Nas let him do his makeup.
Okay.
So I thought that was interesting. I didn't watch it. It was Instagram.
I watched half of it.
Clip, but I thought that was pretty dope. And I just saw a meme to say what you said. You know, because people can get beat up for being gay, and it's not funny. You know, thank God I just never gone through that. But it was this meme that it was like, I'm black and I'm gay. Talking about she's a little dangerous, but it's lit. Or something. Did y'all not see?
No,
Did y'all not see? The meme was like, I'm black and I'm gay. Shit is a little dangerous, but it's lit.
But you know,
that's funny.
But that's fact though. That's fact.
I just thought
shit
that
is
was
dangerous, but it's lit. Like,
right.
It's fact though.
I have a question because what I was able to see off of that half of that video with James, wasn't it James Charles? Okay, so I was able to see some of that, and in that he disclosed, Lil Nas X disclosed that his 13th song was Old Town Road. So,
Really?
I know y'all are artists. I'm sure y'all done over 13 songs, correct? So he was able.
There's so
He's
much
only
unreleased
18.
stuff.
He was only 18 when he got big, and he only did 13 songs. So then the reason why my face was contorted, you'll see it when you see the playback, was because it was like, hold on, wait, I just heard his video interview that said that was his 13th song. That's pretty early to just start out in music. He only did music for a year before he got big.
How many songs have been successful though? Because I didn't know he had 13.
That was his first successful
from
song.
Old Town Road, every
Road.
song.
So he had 13, and that was the.
But you're saying-
The 13th song was his hit.
Okay.
That was only his 13th song that he ever done, and he's only been in music for a year. Now I'm not.
But you're saying that to say what exactly?
That he had all
I thought you were going somewhere and that-
because you were saying that he had all this adversity being black and all the, and I'm like, huh? He was able to get success rather quickly.
No. I see that. I think that's what happens when on Culture Club is that sometimes people don't necessarily hear exactly what I was saying, but what I was saying exactly to the point was that he didn't come out gay is what I was saying in the beginning of the video, and that all we knew was that he was a black man singing a country song, and people latched on to that. I didn't even know anything about it being the 13th or whatever, how many songs he had, but I do remember saying that he had tried to come out and nothing was cracking for him, but then Old Town Road just picked up and it was just this thing. But when he came all the way out, but when it was like #1 for like 13 weeks or something. But when he came out though, he was just a black boy. Gay wasn't attached to him at all. And that's what I was saying at the beginning, like it sucks because and I was tying it into the last video where I was talking about white privilege versus being at a disadvantage being black, because I've seen white artists come out as gay and just be openly successful and openly welcomed. But to this day, even though Lil Nas X has proven that he can be a versatile, no pun intended, artist, and just super creative, every freaking video that he has put out there has been super creative, and not some like regular, dagular, smegular video. he's still receiving trash. He for Halloween he was Nicki Minaj, and did a sick photo op as Nicki Minaj and looked great, I thought. But so many black people tore him to shreds, and it just
I feel like a lot of that is on purpose. I mean, he is an artist. He is in the limelight. There are a lot of publicity stunts and things like that happen. I definitely don't think that he was Nicki Minaj for Halloween just because he wanted to be Nicki Minaj for Halloween.
Yeah, I think he probably wasn't for Halloween. He was for that photo op. That's why.
Like,
I
think that's
because that was his. He said that was somebody he really, admired. He said he really loves.
And there's been history between the Barbs figuring out whether or not he was a supporter of Nicki Minaj or not, because there was like some controversy with that concept.
So then that kind of makes sense too, like to let y'all know that.
So that was him paying homage. Yeah, that was him paying homage to her. I felt like that's what I grabbed from it. But even though on top of that, he received so much hate, and to this day, he's still receiving so much hate. And the reason why I wanted to talk about Lil Nas X is because I think the dude is dope.
Super dope.
I think he's dope, and I think for a lot of people out there, like, that feel like they have to be closeted and sheltered or whatever, like, he has that voice. It used to be, in my mind, I used to look at Frank Ocean as that kind of guy too, but Frank Ocean has been like missing in action for so long. I don't know what happened to him. I'm just hoping that Lil Nas X can stay at that level and give us those high caliber videos, the crazy artwork, the photo ops, all of that, and just be living in his truth. Hopefully that is his truth. Because I don't know who it was, but some gay dude that I was around. Some gay dude I don't know who it was. I can't remember. But he was like, he feels like he's not really gay and that he's just putting on this charade or act. And I'm like, who in their right freaking mind would do that?
But I've heard that too. Like, I've heard, like, not necessarily about him, but I've heard like people like, I've heard of things where people like use being gay. Like, no shade, like, I'm more like they used, like, when Nicki Minaj, when she first came out, she was super like, oh, I'm a
She's a woman,
like,
though.
But yeah,
she's
but
a woman.
She was
so
super
different.
But I feel like she was super LGBT, and I feel like that's how she got all these.
People
that's how
will
Barb's,
pretend to be gay to get ahead, which is crazy.
I don't see how that's.
I feel like when I say to get ahead, because they need to captivate a certain audience, they have to.
Not for black men, though.
Yeah,
not black men.
I
want to say black men.
I don't think it's applicable for, like, so for Nicki, no shit. I feel like she. I was saying, like, no shade, like, she was super like this whole like, oh, I'm a bisexual Barbie, like, but super like LGBT.
Like the girls
she said that a lot.
That was
in her
mixtape
music.
Nicki. And then now that she, and I mean whatever. But and that's not, like, I don't have any issue.
But
with
I wasn't
that,
a big Nicki fan either.
Yeah, but I think as a black man, no black man is just gonna be like, oh, I'm gay, like,
again, not for clout, not for
I will say that it's not black men. It's not majority black men. It is a lot of women that do it. I mean, Tiana Taylor, almost every video she puts out now is either about a female and what she has done with them or what she will do to them.
The video that she had with Kalani.
Like, you're making out, and the crazy part is it's kind of like it's okay for the females to do it, but if a man does it, you're automatically condemned.
It's super frustrating.
It's
like hell.
It's gotten to the point. Well,
it's a double standard.
I'm not gonna say it's gotten to the point, but I even in my 30s, I had to, like, this world has pushed black men up against the wall so heavy that even in my 30s, I'm questioning my sexuality. When I slept with a woman when I was 28, I slept with a woman for the first time, and I was questioning whether or not I was on the right side of life. Like, that's how thick the world's views affect certain people in the LGBTQ community. I'm just putting myself out there because I was heavily affected. And moving into my 30s, I talked about my 30s, I went through this huge mental transition where I had to be comfortable as an artist doing my Mona Simone character, because members of my LGBT black community did not understand why I was doing the Mona Simone character and questioned my manhood, questioned me as a human being. Like, yo, is this what you do? You wake up in heels, you wake up in hair, your boobs, and da da da. Oh, you shaving off, you makeup this, makeup that. So much so that I deleted my whole catalog of Mona Simone, which was like a fantastic, phenomenal character on my YouTube. So it's like, it's crazy. And then that, again, that goes back to what I was saying on the first video, that if you don't live a specific lifestyle or go through these particular experiences, you will never get it. So like when I sit there and say about being creative, like I mentioned upstairs, did you get bullied or whatever, like being a creative person, being an artist, like Erykah Badu said, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. There's a lot of pressure. Yeah. And even from like your own community, that's horrific, that's hard to go through. And so I say all that to say, if I could get all my Mona Simone videos back, I would put them back up in a heartbeat. But a lot of those videos are gone. Even to this day, people are still hitting me up like, yo, where's the videos? We miss Mona Simone. Bring Mona Simone back. If I could change that and bring her back, I would. There's a lot of
bring her back.
I was about to say, a lot of what goes into the hesitation with bringing that goes into the hesitation with bringing the character back as well. Like, we only did one episode of Mona Simone for A Connection TV, and she's always gonna go like, bring it back, because it was a good ass episode. It's on Watch ACTV, watch it. But that's always like been a little flicker in the back of my mind. Am I completely 100% invested back in doing the character? Because I'm not these other people out here with the mustache and the da-da-da for the character. I go all in to the character. I Shanae the character. I Medea the character. But you don't hear nothing about Martin Lawrence and Tyler Perry doing the female.
You don't hear about Tyler Perry.
I don't.
Yes,
Tyler Perry.
You hear about Tyler
maybe, but I don't hear, like, I don't.
But no, we did hear nothing about
Martin Lawrence. I ain't never heard nothing about
I know Martin Gaye.
Martin and Jamie Foxx had, a woman.
and Eddie Murphy. He played a lot of female characters too. Well, movie characters.
There were movies. Yeah, there were.
You know,
I'm just saying, you never heard of like, oh, he's a fag. I did.
Yeah. We definitely would.
I didn't. Not with Martin.
Mostly for Tyler. I mean, I'm not gonna say like I was a kid when Martin Lawrence came out with Shanae, but everybody kind of already knew that he came out as an established comic before he came out with Shanae. So I think that was the difference.
Maybe
he didn't come out as
Martin was Martin and he made Shanae.
Martin was Martin
Tyler
well
was
before. Medea. Tyler came out as Medea first. Jamie Foxx in his beginning of his career had what was that girl?
He was doing comic stand up before
he was doing
comic.
Yes, but he became famous around his time of stardom was A Living Color, and one of his characters was Wanda. Now, the difference with that one, I think, as well, is just like you said, he's established himself as a comic beforehand, and he did multiple characters. It wasn't like he made his stardom on that character.
And on top of that, none of those men are openly gay. The world knows them as straight.
Right.
So they get a pass.
Some people think that Tyler is.
Everybody thinks that Tyler is, but he's not. He's not. He's not out.
Tyler been fine lately too. Did y'all see him lately?
He getting slammed up and toned up, got chest muscles and everything.
He 2020 is really doing it for people physically. Like,
not me.
Damn sure not me, baby. I'm thick as hell.
Look.
Right.
Well, is that good? Maybe that's good.
Skinny ass talking about some right.
Right. Like, talk off camera.
No, I'm talking about me.
What you said?
Right, but you're not thick.
Oh, you talking about who?
There you go. There you go.
Lil
There you
Nas
go.
X. More importantly, Lil Nas X, I think he's an amazing I think, honestly, Lil Nas X is the artist that I what I imagine Marcel Starr as. That's exactly it.
Okay.
I think my limitations are always budget. Like, I don't have the connections, I don't have whatever. I think when I started out, I was like, I don't want to be a gay rapper, I don't want to be like any of that. And then like I just knew like even now like, I'm real particular about what music I put out and how I put it out. I don't want like just be like,
I just feel like
I'm
this-
gas like dick. Okay.
Wow. I think it's actually that's horrible. I think it's very sad that there's so much pressure that is put on people for simply being who it is that they want to be. Like it's horrible. I just don't get it. Why do you care so much about something that you're not interested in? Why does it matter what somebody else is doing? And I also feel like that just falls into the stereotype. I feel like we talk about that a lot off camera or amongst friends. It's just like, you know, I feel like every parent really, if their son says that, oh, they are gay or they are attracted to men, it's kind of like, okay, so are you the girl or are you the boy? Are you the woman or are you the man? And it's just kind of like, what are you talking about? Number one,
Toxic masculinity.
like, what are you talking about? And number two, you meet a lot of females as a gay man, and you are automatically girl and sis. Don't call me that. It actually is insulting to me. I don't like it. My friends know that I don't like it, so I don't get called those things. But just because I am attracted to men does not make me want to be
A woman.
a woman. Like I don't want to do that. So I don't want to be your sir or your girl either, if that makes sense.
All right.
Well, there's so many people who, unfortunately, it gets stereotyped.
It is
So
definitely
I remember my first experience with a gay person. I was 13, and I was getting my hair done, and the person was the wash. He was the wash guy person. He was the one that washed the hair, and this is my first encounter, and he was talking feminine, and I was like, he was said something to me, and I was like, girl, whatever, da da da. He was like, and his eyes lit up because I didn't have a I wasn't condemning him or be like, you know, whatever. He was actually like, wow, you know, I'm glad that you accepted me, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, whatever. I didn't think of it as a big deal or a big thing. And he welcomed the girl, whatever. He welcomed that. So then
I just don't think it's fair.
I'm not saying that it's fair or wrong or different. I'm just letting you know that when some people are have different experiences with different people. Like, I don't think I've ever called you sis or nothing like that.
No.
I don't think I've ever done that with you. I didn't know that was an issue with you, but I just never done it with you. But I know I could do that with certain people that is around me.
And the thing
without no problem.
It's people that probably actually say girl or sub and genuinely don't want to be that sex. To me, like I said, I feel like it's just slightly offensive, especially if we don't have a relationship, number one, and number two, just because I am attracted to men, you think that's what I want to be called.
But that's what that goes for adopting similar connections despite our differences. You won't know, and who dress like you.
Thank you.
You would think some people who dress like you, that's going to be their perception, you know what I mean, and act like you, that's going to be their perception to do that automatically, because there's so many people that make act like you or look like you that is okay with that. So that's I'm not saying for you not to be offended. I'm not saying, I mean, you got to feel the way you want to feel, but I just hope that you would have a little bit more patience with some people who.
Well, I've never gone off. It's really more so like servers or different things like that when you go out. Mm-hmm. It's never somebody that or meeting at a.
I was never a server.
No, it's like baby, we all go to Joe's. We've all been to Joe's.
See, I was just at Joe's
horrible customer.
No, and then the thing is too, like it's almost, I feel the same way about the girl and the sud thing that I do about the bitch thing.
Yeah.
What's up, bitch? Who are you?
I don't like that. Yeah.
I don't know you. Don't get me wrong. My friends, we bitch all day. Bitch all day.
Yeah, but I hate that word. I hate
you're not going to call me that, and I don't know you.
Yeah, you have to have that rapport. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like like the bitch thing, like that's a derogatory term in a lot of people's you know, that's just.
I think we all live in a world where we have to ask these questions first before we assume. Because everybody don't like the N word, everybody don't like the C word, everybody don't like the B word, everybody don't like the F word. I feel like if you call me the F word,
Oh, you want to fight?
we have problems. Yeah, we have problems.
You mean like a stranger?
Anybody?
No, period. Like I got on my mom because she used the F word one time and threw me for a loop. I didn't talk to her for a long time, and she was like, she was so apologetic because she didn't use it in a negative way, but the fact that was even in her vocabulary, I can't even remember. I think she was explaining. I think she was describing someone else in a situation. If my memory serves me right, but either way, I took complete offense. I took complete offense to it, and it just the N word.
M. You said M word.
You said N.
I said N.
Oh, I thought you said
C,
M. What's the M?
F.
C meaning cunt.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
See, Barcon.
Right. No, I need to make sure because some of y'all terminology.
It's not even an us thing. I know black women don't like to be called C, and that's
No. I just had, and what I'm saying is,
She just wanted to clarify.
I wanted to clarify what C word you were
oh.
talking about because yes, to me, C word means cunt, but I need to make sure.
Well, you know, that's a personal thing for everybody. Some people don't mind being called the C word. I know.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why we have
Yeah.
to establish. Because
I don't know.
I called him. I said sis to him, and he was like, "Oh, please don't." I can't remember what he said, but basically he said, "Don't call him that again." And ever since he said that, I never called him that again. We had to establish that. You know what I'm saying? Because Devin, I say child all the time. I don't even, you know, so it's like you just
now
have to establish.
Devin will girl you
to death.
down.
Yes.
It's girl. Okay, girl.
And he do
And the thing, what I will say,
Girl.
Devin does not girl me. And I even had a conversation with Ellie, and he was like, "Oh, you know, you don't like it," and it's so bad to even have a conversation because it's kind of like, don't be personal with me, and it's like it's not that. It's just I already like look like this and dress like this. I don't need like
you don't need
I don't need the.
You don't want to be extra.
You know, I don't need the plus.
And there's nothing wrong with
that.
that. And I'm glad that you have that stance. I'm glad we had this conversation. Not that I
Yeah, I mean, you never have.
I never have. And I wasn't planning on it. But it's just the point that it won't. Huh?
You would not use my shit.
But I don't even like to refer y'all as sis anyway.
No.
Really, I really haven't done that to none of y'all. Because I still look at y'all as men.
That's my whole point. That's my whole point. I did an interview, and I'm sorry to cut you off. I did an interview on the Velvet Rope, and I made a comment about you. And I was just talking about Wes as far as being someone who is hardworking, is very like cut and dry, and basically just giving you all your accolades for being a black man and being successful and, you know, wanting things to happen. And so he stopped me and he was like, I just want y'all to hear what he said. And he did not say black gay man, he said a black man. And I feel like that's what I want to be acknowledged, and that's what is important. I hate the stereo.
Oh Lord Jesus.
It is what it is.
Lord.
It's recorded.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
what I was saying is, I was on this interview, and I, like I said, giving you your accolades, and he said he wanted to acknowledge the fact that I said that you are a black man and not a black gay man. And again, I feel like that's what's important. The title of what somebody's sexual preference is does not matter. More so because heterosexual people don't walk around screaming that they're heterosexuals. So it does not have to be, oh, you know, this man is great. This you know, this black gay man, like this black gay man is amazing. Why it doesn't? What is that supposed to carry? Like, what does that hold?
So going back to Lil Nas X, okay, so how it was mentioned that he didn't come out as a black gay man as a artist. He just came out as a black artist.
Right.
And then later on said, hey, I'm gay. By the way, hey, I'm gay too.
Right.
So I'm looking at it as, well, why does it really matter to have to come out to the public as a gay anything? Because if you're gay or if you what? Oh, okay.
You want to answer?
Yeah,
Because we got an answer.
Okay, but it shouldn't. Yeah, to me, I'm looking at it as if you, especially when it comes to music, if we like your music, it shouldn't matter. Like I remember back in the day, Little Boy George, is that his name?
George.
Boy George.
He was white.
Yes, but I don't remember anything being a big deal of if he was gay or straight or whatever.
He was
He was just an artist. Okay, then we can go to Prince. Like Prince was different. He came out as
gay.
He
never came out as gay.
Exactly.
Never.
But he was doing some really
That we
different
heard.
type.
That we heard.
No, I'm talking. I'm not talking about the way he dressed. I'm not talking about his actual sexuality. I'm saying him being an artist and being completely different in the way that he
artistic.
Yeah, it was very artistic, but that's what I'm saying. Like it shouldn't matter about their sexuality if you're.
So
if you out here as an artist and you doing your thing, you're doing your thing.
Mind the business that pays you.
I'm gonna say why
mind
it
the
matters
business
to
that
me.
pays
Like
you.
now, I don't consider myself a gay artist per se, but I again, I'm black and I'm gay, and I want both of my titles because again, I'm black, so everything I do is always again, I have to work twice as hard to get half as much just because I'm black, and I'm gay. So now I have to work extra hard to get what the black people have. Then work harder.
Is it an assumption that you're gay if you don't say it?
Sometimes.
Well, yeah, because again,
and I mean, it's kind of like that's like a real question.
Until someone confirms, like again, they have all these celebrities, I don't know somebody's name on the camera, but there's a bunch of celebrities that they claim are gay, but until someone says something, these are all speculations. Because I don't know what you think.
But the thing is, you have to listen to Martell's music. Martell's music is very explicit and will detail to your ears what he is. So for him to be like, oh, I like vagina. No, that's not what you're rapping about.
But why does he have to say he likes vagina? Why does he have to say what he likes? Sexually, period.
Right. That's
what does the gay thing do in regard, like outside of sex? What is it? Like, what weight does it carry outside of who you want to?
I think about all the.
Like, I don't.
So I think what's happening in regards to representation, because we always say representation matters, because we live. When I say we, LGBTQ people live in the shadows from birth on up until you figure out if you're in a household that will until you figure out if you're in a household that will accept you. Okay, then you can come out the closet in that house. But now you have to, once you come out the house, now you have to deal with the world. That's just life, period. Okay, and so on top of that, you have to figure out who else is like you. Who else has this struggle? Who else probably may not have a struggle and is showing you that you can live your life as freely as you want to, because from birth you've been told that you can't. 9.9 times out of 10. From birth you've been told that you can't. So it's very, very important for people to see that, for me to see that you can. And the only way to know that you can is to know that you are. And so that's why Lil Nas X said that he is for people at all ages. Because again, I just told you in my 30s, the world still got me fucked up sometimes. So for people from all ages to know that you can. And it's okay. Even though he's still dealing with all the shit that he's dealing with, that's why it's important.
Absolutely.
Because we wouldn't know otherwise, and we would still be sitting in the closet. Creatively, we would still be sitting in the closet if we did not see a Lee Daniels, if we did not see a Lil Nas X, if we did not see... It's not many names that we could really name, honestly.
That point I will agree, and if it is to help someone understand that they can be the best them in life, despite their sexuality, then by all means I agree with that.
Outside of Lee Daniels, I can't pinpoint anybody else to look up to towards a full of who?
You talking about a filmmaker?
Yeah, in my field, yes, definitely. In the entertainment industry, period, Hollywood, period, that I can look at and be like, it's okay. Because we already know, and I'm hoping that we already know that it's really not that okay. It's accepted in most circles.
And it depends how you come at it.
Right. But it's still like, tread lightly, bitch. Tread lightly, you know, that's the problem. That's the problem. I told you about that interview, the meeting that those higher ups had regarding A Connection TV, and told one of my straight peers that they should not associate themselves with my channel because I'm gay. Higher ups that are in the industry, that are well-known black figures. Okay, so that's the world that we live in. Still to this day.
What makes gay such a bad thing? Now that we were talking about understanding earlier, I will never there's nothing anyone can tell me, anybody can say to me to have me understand what is so bad.
What makes it worse is when you're dealing with an oppressed group of people already. That's
if you're not comfortable with being yourself, you're not gonna make me uncomfortable. That's the problem with people. Deal with your demons on your own and allow me to be who I want to be. What I'm doing has nothing to do with you. What I'm doing does not change anything for you, except maybe make you mad if you really want to do what I'm doing and you can't because you feel like you might be judged, and that's pathetic.
And again, that's to everything you just said. Again, that's why it's important that Lil Nas X. Thank you, Lil Nas X, for putting yourself out there like that, because we need to know that it is okay being who you are, and you can be successful being who you are.
So you do believe that he will continue to have success? Because we started this conversation on because he came out as a black artist that he might not have as much success.
So I'm going to be hopeful in saying that I believe that he will. I think that he has made the right friends in the industry to keep him afloat. I believe so. The right partnerships, the right unions, the right connections. And I'm just hopeful in prayer that the black community continues to support this man. And that's just my wish, because I feel like he is super talented, and I'm not going to be like, I don't bump his music in the car like every day, but I'm so excited for him because he's a black man who's a creative and he's publicly out gay. That's phenomenal.
I think it's great.
That's huge.
It's great.
What did y'all think of his picture of himself, like about to kiss himself? Like
I thought it was amazing.
It was dope.
It was amazing.
That was great.
Well, Beyonce has a song called "I'm Feeling Myself." I'm feeling myself, feeling my. Who better to kiss but than you? Come on.
I mean, I would definitely do a shoot kissing myself.
I would too. Shit, I'm fine as fuck.
I'm alright. I'll do for the barbecue, but I still kiss myself.
And we know I love me some me.
Period.
Right.
And it was done, not exactly in that way, but it was done similarly where you had the photo of two of the same person, like Nicki Minaj did something like that, I think.
Like a little alter ego type.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of
I think she was like filling on herself.
First of all, his pictures are splendid. I mean, they're great. I love his pictures, and it's literally from a creative standpoint because I'm not like lusting after him.
Be into yourself, baby. Be into yourself before you worry about anybody else being into you.
Absolutely.
And on that note, thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Culture Club. Be sure to leave your comments below the video. Follow everyone on their social media. And again, I feel like this was a well-rounded conversation. Oh my God!
I am so proud.
I am on the panel with adults. It's amazing.
No, you were always.
Not always. No.
Yes, always.
It hasn't always been adults.
It hasn't.
We've had.
But who has not been? Well, I mean, I can't speak on anything that I was not on.
I'm not.